In this video, traders, we'll look at common mistakes when using moving averages. Stay tuned. Hey traders and investors, a very warm welcome to you. Okay, so moving averages, pretty popular, if not probably the most popular indicator that we can have on our charts. It's not a video about what a moving average is, but we all know basically we can use different kind of settings for moving averages to show us different things, giving us the average of price over a period of time, filtering out some of the noise, giving us some kind of ways of maybe approaching our trading, giving us some filters, giving us some triggers, adjusting our trading strategy as part of a trading plan. Okay, but many of us as traders are guilty of using them different ways and using them too much and the wrong ways. So in this video, we've got 6 of the common pitfalls that traders make when using moving averages, which can be a very, very powerful tool. Okay, number 1. Using crossovers to enter a trade. Let me qualify this before I continue. Trading a moving average crossover system can be the most powerful thing ever in the right conditions. In the right conditions, it will catch you on the beginning of a trend and it will keep you with the trend all the way for multiple months, years, if not longer. It's a really good strategy. However, the mistake I see that a lot of traders make, and I've probably made this myself years ago, is trying to use them on a too short a time frame in the wrong market conditions. You know, number 1, it gets you in late to the trade, and that's the whole point. Kind of on a swing trading basis, you're late, but you at least got confirmation the trend is starting. So if it's a good trend, you're going to continue on and on for many months, many years. However, if you're in a rotational environment on a shorter time frame and you're using a moving average crossover, you're going to be late in the wrong kind of market conditions, when normally if you're late in a trend, you got to get out of jail free card because it's a trend. So you got a double whammy of it causing you not much use for your trading account. So using crossovers to enter a trade, I should add to this, in the wrong conditions, in the wrong time, in the wrong time frame. Other than that, it's a powerful strategy, but the majority of the time, you've got to understand the limitations of it. All right, number 2. Trying to use unique moving averages. One of the benefits of the moving average is that a lot of people are looking at it, right? The daily, 20 period daily is something that people are looking at, 50, the 100, the 200, maybe the 10. You know, the 5, I wouldn't say everyone's looking at it, but it kind of works when it's really, really aggressive trend. So you've really only got like a handful of 4 moving averages that people are watching. So there's no need to be too clever and say, well, I'm going to use an 18 period or a 17.5. No one's looking at it, number 1, so you don't have that bonus that everyone's looking at it, hoping for it to hold and maybe trading or doing some sort of business around it. And number 2, the difference between a 17.5 and a 20 is going to be so minute. It might look a little bit on the chart, but hey, when we're talking about in the scheme of things, sometimes it's going to tag the 20, sometimes it's going to go through the 17.5. It's going to iron itself out in the wash. It's about the same kind of order of magnitude. So you're not being clever by using a unique moving average. And I see that actually, by the way, some guys, you know, kind of sell some crossover system and they say, yeah, but use a proprietary moving average setting. You know, it's on a 11.2759 setting. You know, that's absolutely zero difference between that and a 10 in the real world of trading. All right, guys, number 3, using too many moving averages. You only need a couple on there. You don't need 10 or 15 on there. I've seen guys with literally 10 or 15 moving averages, you know, showing all sorts of moving averages going on. And I get why people do that. They kind of want to structure the trade. They're looking for something for the help their framework, and hey, if it's broken this, this and this, it's a better trade. I get why you're doing it, but it just overcomplicates things. You need 1 or 2 max on there. If you don't even need the higher ones because price is not very often near them. You've got 100, your 200, your 50, price isn't going to be near it very often. So you don't need it on your chart. If it's coming near it, by all means, but then it's never going to be, very rarely do you need all of them on your chart at one time. It just clutters things up. Stick to 1. You just stick to 1 moving average. So you know what? I like to use a 20 period moving average. It's a powerful one for me. I'm going to use it as whatever. Or 2 if you want to use it as a filter for a crossover filter system or something like that. But any more than that, I think you start getting a bit too busy. Number 4, changing your moving averages too often. You know, we can adjust the settings. We've got exponential. We can change the duration. We can change whether it's on the open, high, low, close. We can kind of displace the moving average. There's so many permutations of it. And do you know what? They're all got their uses, but the important thing is just to stick with 1 and just get on with it and just see how it works. It's never going to give you the holy grail of trading, but the idea is it helps you understand the market more, helps you understand and put things in context more. That's the point of a moving average. It's not some sort of magical indicator, which unfortunately what I think people do when they kind of start meddling around with different settings on the moving averages. So just stick with one. Okay, number 4, relying on them too much. Talked about this earlier, they're great under the right conditions, but under the wrong conditions, they're useless. Like any tool, it's useless. You can have a screwdriver, but if you've got a nail, it's almost useless. Okay, some bright wise guy's gonna say, yeah, but I could use it hammering. You get the point. The idea is you're using the right tool for the job. In the training environment, moving averages is fantastic. Use them as a filter, use them as an entry criteria, use them on a pullback to tag to go in. They've got loads of variable uses, but in a choppy environment, they're back, forth, up and down, left and right, prices crossing, hugging it. It's just grubby. It makes no sense. So don't rely on it too much. Know when it's the most powerful and implement it then. Last one, guys, is recognizing their weaknesses. Pretty much similar to these two. You know, understand that, hey, moving averages are great. They can be weak in some cases, like if you're buying on a crossover, you're going to be late. They're good kind of on a trend on a first pullback. They're good, really good as a filter. So prices above a specific moving average, I'm only now going to look for longs or shorts, whatever your trial objective is. They're very, very good for that because it's very, very clinical. It's a yes or no binary outcome. Is the price here? Is that moving average above this moving average? Yes or no? They're very good for that, but not so good in certain conditions when it's chopping around, not really respecting them, grubby little candles, sitting on the moving average is flat. Those kind of stuff is when it really doesn't give you any edge to have an average at all. Hey guys, there's 6 common mistakes when using moving averages as trading. I've made a fair few of those. How many have you made? Any more you've got? Comment section below. See you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.